Hey guys, my name is Bailey. I'm one of the occupational therapy students from KU Medical Center, and today I'm making a video all about caring for your pet after you experience a stroke. And so we're going to kind of be talking about some of the cognitive and physical things that are getting in the way of you caring for your pet, and I have some tips and tricks that may be able to help you become more independent and have more confidence in caring for your pet. Remembering certain aspects of your pet's care may become difficult after experiencing a stroke. Important things you need to remember for your pet may include medication, if they require any, feeding them both in the morning and the evening, taking them out for the bathroom, this is more commonly with dogs, cleaning litter boxes or cages for cats and small pets, and bathing your animals, more commonly bathing your dogs. Now, how can one remember all this, especially after experiencing a stroke? One tip you can use is setting alarms on your phone or on an alarm clock for feeding, medications if needed, and to let them outside to go to the bathroom. The times that these will occur can be based on your schedule and when you feel it is necessary for your furry friend. This video here is depicting how you can set an alarm on your iPhone. Another tip is you can create a visual schedule on a large calendar or dry erase board. I would suggest leaving it in an area of the house you would see it most, possibly the kitchen or the dining room. The schedule can include adding feeding times, potty times, brushing times, bath time, and cleaning the litter or cage. I would suggest creating a box before or after each item on the list where you can put a check mark when you have completed the necessary care for the day so that you can be reminded that it's already been done. Using both a calendar and an alarm clock will help create the best assurance that the care for your furry friend does not go undone. Repetition will help your memory, and if you create a schedule and keep to the routine every day, it will become easier to remember and more natural to you. Hi guys, tonight we're walking with Tobias. He's my neighbor's dog, and so he's getting me out and he's being active, and so this is something fun you can do with your animals when you're just looking for something to do. One of the things we need to do after having a stroke is making sure we're getting enough exercise and we're working on our walking. And so having a dog as a pet is really great motivation to help you do those exercises and to get out of the house and walking, because our dogs need to be walked and they need to have that exercise too. And he was great motivation for me today because it's hot and I didn't want to go for a walk, but he definitely needed it and I needed it, so here we are. Great motivation. So you guys just met Tobias, and like I said, that's my neighbor's dog. So me personally, I don't have a dog, so whenever I want to go for a walk, I just pop over to my neighbors and I say, hey, can I take Tobias for a walk with me? So if you're like me and you don't have a dog, or if you don't have a pet at all, maybe your neighbors do or your close friends do, and so just try asking them if you could borrow their dog for a walk, or if you could come over and play with their little furry friend so that you can be a part of all this too. Okay guys, so another great benefit of having a wonderful furry companion is they can help you out with your exercises. So as all of you are aware, after having a stroke, we can have some difficulty on one side of our body. A lot of times we have some spasticity in our upper arms. We have some difficulty with those fine motor tasks, those things that we need to do daily. And so a lot of times you're given some hand exercises to do. And your wonderful furry friend can be a great help with those hand exercises. For example, when you want to take your dog for a walk, we got to make sure his collar's on, his or her. We got to make sure we're putting their leash on. And so this is a really great way to work on those exercises and on those pinching with our fingers. And so we got to make sure we're putting the leash on and we're putting the leash, taking it off. And so that's something that, like, when you're inside the house, you can just practice that a couple times. And it's going to be hard at first, and that's okay, but this is much more fun than just those boring exercises where we're just sitting there using the putty, things like that. So that's a great way you can make your pet involved with your exercises. Another way that your pets can help with your exercises is brushing them. All of our pets need to be brushed occasionally, and sometimes they really need it, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they enjoy it and other times they don't. But I wanted to show you just kind of how it can help out with exercises. So I just have a typical brush where it has like a thinner base to hold on to, and so a thought that I had is if that's the type of brush that you have and it's harder to grip, A lot of times your therapist, physical therapy or occupational therapy, can give you some type of putty. And I have putty and I put it around the base where you're supposed to grasp the brush, and it just makes it a little thicker so it's easier to hold on to. And once you get better with your grasping, you can kind of squeeze and make those indents and try that out. And so I just kind of thought I would brush my cat Moofy here to kind of show you how that can really help with the movement. So you're working on your grasp, but you're also working on moving that wrist when we're brushing our animals. Just getting that hand movement going. My little Moofy loves to be brushed, so hopefully you have an animal who will be cooperative for you. But this is just a more fun and entertaining way for you to do those hand exercises like I talked about with Tobias. And so this works with your cats and dogs for brushing. Also, I wanted to talk about other options for brushes. So if this is just too hard at first to grasp and it's not really helping you and just not getting the job done, there are brushes where the handle goes over the palm and you have the brush part right here, so that all you have to do is this motion to brush your animal. I'm going to show you a picture. A lot of those you can purchase on Amazon for pretty cheap, about 10 bucks. And so that can help you make sure that your animals are getting brushed and we're getting that hand movement. But really maybe try having both types of brushes and see if you can graduate from having the easier brush with the palm to maybe to something like this, and then to eventually taking the putty off to where you can grasp and hold onto the brush and do that movement. So yeah, just another fun way to get those hand exercises moving and take care of our pets. Another way that your pet can help with your rehabilitation process and exercises is providing opportunities to work on fine motor skills. This can be done when feeding your pets treats. The process of opening the bags, pinching the treats, feeding your pets the treats, and closing the bag are all great exercises to improve your fine motor skills. This is a much more engaging activity that is applicable to your life and ensures your pet's care and gets yummy treats. If balance and bending over are complications you experience, here are some tips. For cats, place their food, water, and/or litter box on a countertop or higher place where you are able to reach it. Personally, I wouldn't want the litter on a countertop, so if a higher place isn't available, another option is to purchase a long-handled stainless steel scoop to avoid bending over to clean. When feeding your pets, if grasping a scoop is difficult, using a thicker plastic cup to scoop food out of the bag and into your pet's bowl may be a better option for you. For feeding bigger dogs, elevated feeders, like the one pictured here, are available for purchase to avoid bending over when feeding your dog. To avoid bending over when cleaning your dog's poop from your yard or on a walk, purchasing a long-handled scoop, as pictured here, will help you to complete the task efficiently and safely. While pets are wonderful companions, they can create a fall risk, especially for elderly individuals or anyone who experiences balance or gait difficulties. So first I want to start off by saying if this is a concern for you and you have an animal, you just need to make sure you're being vigilant and alert when you're moving around your house. Be aware of where you're stepping and if your animal is nearby. Next, if you have good hearing, another option is attaching bells to your animal's collar along with its ID tag so you can hear if your animal is under your feet and where they're moving about the house.